All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to go over adding and subtracting polynomials. The reason we're doing this is because I still don't have electricity. So this is the best way. I'm trying to do a little bit of a hotspot, try to get this uploaded, but I didn't want to kind of intermittent in and out when we do the Zoom call. So here we go. Adding and subtracting polynomials, right? So one of the basics for really thinking about, again, this term that we call polynomials. Polynomials just means, right, the word poly means many, and then nomials is really kind of a word that means terms. And so what we're talking about is terms, right? And every term is a little bit different, right? So if I had like an x cubed, that would be a term plus x squared. These are actually different terms, even though they have the same base value. To be the same term, the base has to be the same and the exponent has to be the same. And then it's literally just adding those together. So then if I continued on with this, and I said 8x cubed minus 2x squared plus x, then what we can do here is find any terms that are like, right? Like, so like this, 8x cubed and x cubed. And again, what I'm looking for is the base value plus the exponent. So base value plus the exponent there. And if they're the same, we literally combine like terms, right? And we've done this earlier on, so it's nothing new. We're just going to take, oh, we got 1x cubed plus 8x cubed. Well, that's going to give me 9x cubes now, right? Because the 1 that was here, and then plus 8 more. And then that takes care of the x cubed terms. And then we're going to get to come right in here and look like, oh, I got positive x squared and a negative 2x squared. Well, you put those together, when you add those together, you get negative x squared. And then it takes care of that right there. And then we end up with just a positive x term. So that would be it, right? Because these terms actually cannot be put together. An x cubed is different than an x squared is different than an x, right? And again, combining like terms, we did that way earlier in this year. So here we are looking at it one more time. All right, so let's do some problems together. You should have done these already, or if you're about to do them, then we're just going to take this on, adding and subtracting. So adding and subtracting polynomials. So here we go. When I do subtraction, I always want to just caution you, the easiest way to do subtraction is to not do it, is to literally do it by adding. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to say, if I see a minus sign here, I don't want that. Let's change it to a plus sign, but then every term behind it needs to change, okay? So everything in the parenthesis that precedes the plus sign has got to change, and now it's just a plus sign. So now we're literally going to do what we were doing combining like terms. So I see a single b to the fourth term, because that's the biggest term I see, and I'm going to add to it, because we changed it to add to it a positive 2b fourth. So we're going to get 3b to the fourth. All right, let's check the next term that we have. So let's try to be a b cubed. And again, I start with the biggest term and I work my way down. A positive b cubed term and adding to it a negative 2b cubed term. Well, a positive b cubed and a negative 2b cubed gives me a negative b cubed term. And then we've taken care of that, right? So let me just get rid of the things we've taken care of. And then let's do this. A positive 6b plus a negative 6b. Well, that goes away, and the b terms are gone. Well, that looks like it, guys. We got 3b to the fourth minus b cubed. And that's it. That's simplifying each expression by adding or subtracting. All right, so let's try number 2. There's that subtraction sign again. So what are we going to do? Change it, change it, change it, change it. Okay, everything that follows the minus sign within the parentheses gets changed. All right, let's put this all together. See if we can do this. It looks like a v cubed is going to be my biggest. So let's start with the negative 7v cubed plus a negative 5v cubed. It's going to be a negative 12v cubed term. Boom, boom, done. All right, let's look at this one. A positive 4v squared plus a negative 3v squared. Well, you put those together, you're going to get a positive 1 v squared. Right? Now notice you're not messing with the exponents at all. You're literally just messing with the coefficient, the number that's sitting in front of the exponent. 2v plus a negative 3v. If I put those together, that's going to give me a negative 1v term. All right, and then let's simplify a little more. I don't like those negative or the ones showing there because those aren't really standard to do that. So we would just put it like this: a 1v squared. Usually we just call it v squared, and then a minus v. Right? So then I don't really have to show the ones in there, and we're done. Okay? Feel like you're getting the hang of it. So it should be pretty easy as we kind of keep going through this. So let me just real quickly get these, and then just check your answer. How you doing on this? Since that's a plus sign, we don't have to change anything. All right, positive 11v fourth, 8v fourth. Put those together, we get 19v to the fourth. Let's do v cubed. Looks like the next biggest exponent. Negative 2v cubed plus a negative 4v cubed. Well, that's going to give me negative 6v cubed. That's good. And then we got a negative 7 and a plus 10. Put those together, you got a positive 3. Done. All right, check your answer. See how you're doing on that one. All right, number 4. Let's see, again, plus sign in here, so let's just leave it alone. Nothing to do. So I'm looking for the biggest exponent. Looks like a n to the 5th. Negative 10 n to the 5th. There's no more n to the 5th in there, so let's just write that one first. Negative 10 n to the 5th. What's the next biggest? Oh, it's over here. It's negative 4n cubed. I don't see any other n cubes, so negative 4n cubed. That goes away. Then I got negative 4n, okay, and negative 3n. We're adding those two together, so that's going to give me negative 7n. So we just kept going deeper into the negatives, and then we're going to put our number terms together, positive 6. And we're good. Check how you did. What's your answer look like? Hopefully it looks the same. Okay, ooh, boy, these look ugly. But check them, doing the exact same way. Let's see, we got positive sign, we got a positive sign, so we're good. No need to change anything. All right, so what we're going to look for, I'm going to think about x terms first. The biggest x term that we have, or with the biggest exponent on it, I guess is really what I meant to say. So that's going to be an x squared term. And so we'll take the one that has the x squared, y squared. So I see a negative x squared, y squared, and I see a negative 3x squared, y squared. Let's put those together. Okay, so we're going to get negative 4x squared, y squared. Let's see, let's do an x term now. So we're going to let the x terms whittle all the way out, and then we'll increase the y terms again. All right, so that looks like that. So now let's just do our basic x terms without the y squareds on them. Or we could do it with the y squareds if we wanted, but let's just do this one. 10xy, see if we can find any other xy's, minus 9xy, and that's it. So if I put those together, that's going to give me plus 1xy. Okay, those are done. So now let's just do the other x term with a y squared. So positive 3xy squared, negative 14xy squared. Put those two together. 3 and negative 14 gives me negative 11. Oh, but then we got another one, plus 12. So negative 11 plus 12 gives me another positive 1, xy squared. Right, okay. So then what do we have left? We have a number term. I see a negative 7 and a negative 2. That's going to give me negative 9. All right, that's good. We got it all together. And there it is right there. All right, one last one here. Let's see how we are doing on this one here. All right, check it. I see negative sign. So watch this. Here's what we're going to do. Okay, again, I see a negative sign here. So behind it, I'm going to change it to a positive. So that makes it makes a negative 4a squared b squared. That makes this a positive 5a squared b. And then we're going to do this again. So I see another negative sign. Whoops, I change it to a positive sign. So it changes every sign behind it in its parenthesis. All right, so that's what that looks like. Start putting it together again. So let's think about a squareds first. A squareds, you want to do a squared, b squareds together? Yeah, let's do that. Okay. So a squared, b squareds together. So I got 2a squared, b squared. And I got negative 4a squared, b squared. And that looks like it. So that will take care of that. So let's go, that's negative 2a squared, b squared. Let's do an a squared b. All right, so we got 3a squared b plus 5a squared b. So stay with me there. That's 8a squared b plus 3a squared b. That's 11a squared b plus 11a squared b. Okay, that goes away. What other term? Oh, we got another a squared. So let's just do this. I see a negative 7a squared and no other a squared. So let's go negative 7a squared. So we've done all our a squared terms all together. So now I'm just going to look for what do I have left. Actually, all I have is the b term left. So let's go negative 8b plus 5ab. That's negative 3b. And plus 2, that's negative 1b, or negative b. And that's what our final answer should be. Now, if you have these kind of switched over, like maybe this and this are switched, or maybe you put that one first, it doesn't really matter because they all have a squared terms, so we can kind of rearrange them however we choose to. All right, there you go. Hopefully you got the same answers I did. So let's go ahead and upload yours. How did you get your work? And then we'll go from there.